for traders with the stock market. Gonna take a view of what it did today. I really didn't have a chance to look over it as well. I've been busy at work actually, so I haven't been trading these past few days. We literally have a lot of work, so I'm still trying to keep up with the market, trying to see what it does. So let's get to it. So ES today just pre-market, it kind of like had resistance around 45.93, and then it just it dropped pretty much all the way down. It's close to my towards my demand zone. Basically, what a demand zone is like where buyers were once present, where like they push the price all the way up, and it creates like a imbalance area. And yeah, so it's almost there. So maybe if I can spot buyers tomorrow around my price range, I'm looking to play some calls. I don't go in, once it touches my green box. I try to look for buyers because they could break through it and head more down, you know. So you always want to be careful with that. I have a 20-minute buyers right here. When I put buyers, it lets me know it's a demand zone, but it's not as strong. So it just, it's a reference for myself just to keep me informed. So the demand zone, remember, you want a basic candle, a rally towards the upside, and then that follow through. So we have that in the 3 hour. You see how I marked my 1 hour as well. So I find a 1 hour demand zone inside my 3 hour demand zone. I usually just mark it, just reference for me. There's another demand zone, like in another time frame. So you know, um, not bad. It's good. It's a pretty good pretty good zone, pretty good demand zone it did. But yeah. So um, ES. So if we can see ES bounce off my 45.53 price. We can see it hit back up, test resistance again, which we have at 45.92. We can go ahead and mark that actually. That's a pretty much good resistance. I can't find no supply zone. Supply zone is basically like the reverse of the demand zone. When it makes a big drop towards the downside. So I couldn't find anything towards towards my towards my supply zone. But we can mark this. This is pretty strong resistance he had towards the pre-market and then the opening of the market. So we can just mark this resistance zone. Just lets me know price can price is having a hard time trying to break through. So yeah. So if we have, I think my thoughts for tomorrow for ES, you know, if we can spot buyers here, we can come hit back up and try to try to test 45.93 again. If we break that, we'll end up coming over here testing 46.06. Well, those are my thoughts. But if we break through the demand zone, if we break through my zone 45.44, we can head back down to the 45.24 demand zone as well. So yeah, it's pretty interesting for ES for tomorrow actually, guys. See how that is. So I didn't really find much for today for ES. It didn't form no new demand or supply zone. I usually trade most of my trades off supply and demand. I don't do I mark my resistance level. Just lets me know there's resistance there. Like be careful trying to buy calls when at resistance, knowing look how many times we've been rejecting this level of area. So we got to be careful about that. So yeah, so I don't trade breakthroughs. Like if this breaks through resistance, I wouldn't trade it. I would wait for like a pullback and and go and shoot for like 46.07 area. I usually, if it breaks through, I wait for a retest of the resistance it broke through, and then I go in. But like I said, I'm not much of a resistance supply support and resistance type of trader. More supply and demand zone trader. So I use that with candlestick patterns. It's been really helpful. It's been my edge. So I can't complain. It makes me money when I get the chance. So yeah, I don't see much on ES about that. That's about it, guys, on ES. Let's go ahead down to MQ. NQ ES actually is for futures. If you want to trade that, that's SPY. I trade SPY and QQQ. I chart my drawings on the futures charts, which is NQ and ES. And right here on ES, I have marked my supply zone. It created a good supply zone actually in this around this area. So supply zone, yes. Oh, never mind. It did break through my demand zone actually. It broke through my demand zone on NQ. So where it was, I think I had it right here actually. Yeah, see, I had a good demand zone right here. It broke through it. So once it breaks through, I remove it. And we actually created supply. We had that basing candle that drop and then that follow through. You see, it was pretty aggressive. That's on the 140 minute, and then on the 3 hour as well. I found a 3 hour on the 140 minute. See, had the basing candle, a drop, and then that follow through. So we can see, it'll be interesting to see where NQ stops. I guess maybe around my next demand zone. I don't see much resistance here holding it. So if we can, if it, that'd be a pretty big drop unless buyer steps in around this area and try to push the price up. And that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see how it plays out. See how it is. Be careful trading tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's 0 DTEs, and 0 DTEs basically means that you're playing the expiration date. So yeah, be careful, guys, trading tomorrow. And I think that's about it. I think I'll wrap it up for you guys, and I'll make another video this weekend if I have time. And yeah, other than that, peace. See you guys.